Evening, everybody. We'll just wait for people to join. Okay, evening. I'll share my screen now so we can see. You can see the app demonstration. Okay, so this is the app itself for patients. When patients download this from an app store, this is what they see. They can download it from Apple or from the Google Store. So the app. This is a demo. This is the app on a desktop. But of course, if I go into development mode, this is what the app looks like for a patient on their mobile phone on their smart device. But for the purposes of this demonstration, we'll put it on the main screen for you. Okay, so this is Grange Road Surgery and Grange Road Cluster, which are fictional clusters for the purpose of this demonstration. We've got 4 tabs on the bottom here. So the dashboard is the home screen, health resources, your surgery, and what's on. There's also a management dashboard which interacts with the app, but for now we'll just show you through the app. So this is the app's homepage. And the patient, if they click any numbers within the app, then that enables the phone or the smart device to phone that number. Then we scroll down. If you are using an online triage supplier such as eConsult or Ask My GP, Accurx, Engage Health, or Clinic, then we do link the patients to your online triage system. So the patients can link here, and then that takes them off then to your triage portal. Below that then is a symptom checker. And this links to the NHS Wales symptom checker, and patients can check what the symptoms are and have advice of what to do, i.e. go to see a GP, go to pharmacy, whatever the advice may be. Below that then is booking appointments. So patients can click to book appointments, and that'll take you to either the My Health Online for EMIS or for Vision. And again, similarly, patients can order medication from the home screen. That takes them directly then to EMIS, Vision, My Health Online for EMIS or Vision. If you're not offering booking appointments due to COVID, then in the dashboard, your surgery management dashboard, you can scroll down, and these are what controls the content of the app. So you can see here that we've got appointments enabled. If we simply untick that and click on save, and then go back into the app, you can see booking appointments there at the moment. If I refresh the app now, then we can see that the ability to book an appointment has disappeared. So you can really control the content of the app quite easily from your practice dashboard. And then again, once COVID is over and you want to allow appointment booking again, you can do so just by going back in there and enabling it, clicking on save, and then going back to the app's home screen. We can see that that is now available again for patients to be able to book. Okay, now we also offer registration My Health Online. So patients can click here to register, and they can fill a form out, and then they can complete this form. Now on a mobile, the phone's camera will open, and patients can take a photo of either their passport or driver's license. That saves. It opens again to take a photo of proof of address, then that saves, and then it opens again to ask them to record a short video stating their name and they would like to be registered for all your online services. Then that comes through to your registration in your dashboard. You get an email notification when anybody registers, and that comes through the registration page here for you. You can download then the My Health Online application form and all the ID the patient has uploaded, and then that validates your patient then for all your online services. So if you are using Ask My GP or eConsult or maybe Accurx, then that validates the person, so you can see the likeness then from the video compared to the photo ID. So you no longer have to phone patients to validate them for online services. So that's the links to all of your online services if you offer them. Next is health resources, so that they can access the health resources here or here. Below there is the latest news. If you do have any news in the surgery that you want to tell patients about, maybe you have a coronavirus update for immunization clinics, whatever it may be, new doctor starting, a new member of staff starting, then you can update news here, and you can do that from your dashboard. And it's really easy. Just click on news, click on add new. You can put an image there if you'd like, an expiry date, a title, and then type whatever news you want, whatever news it may be. And then if you save that, that will appear then in the news section for patients, so they know exactly what's going on in practice. The research we did with patients was that some patients who are maybe not so tech savvy they don't like to use practice websites, or they find it difficult to use websites in general, really. So we don't want to exclude any patients from using an app, but we have found from research that apps are far more easier for patients to use. So we've partnered with Digital Communities Wales and the Good Things Foundations, and you'll see here need help getting online. This is a resource. Again, this does size better on a mobile. The patients can click here, and they can access a free resource in English and in Welsh, and it shows patients really simple things like how to use a keyboard, how to use a mouse, how to use a touch screen, online basics, accessing GP surgeries through the NHS websites or apps. It helps patients to navigate and learn, and they can learn at their own pace. And once they've they can sign off to see that they say that they've done that training, and then they can improve their digital skills. It's all about really digital inclusion in Wales, and not leaving anybody behind, really. And then we scroll down again, and then you can put information about local pharmacies, your GDPR statement, coronavirus information, whatever you want to put in there. You can put other links in. You can build all of these from the pages post in your dashboard. And again, it's really easy to add a page. You can either select a template that we've built, or you can build your own and select a position for it then, either in the menu, your surgery page, or on the home page at the top or the bottom. Time to time, we will send you updates. So we've sent a lot of updates to practices recently. COVID-19 vaccine information, Public Health Wales. There's a Save a Life Cymru campaign. So we've built these pages for practices. So once we do tell you what these that we've done, then we send an email to you. And these are short videos to tell patients about CPR. This is a Welsh Government initiative now. So we've built this for practices. You can download that and upload it in your app. Next is the health resources page. So the health resources relate to national resources on every topic. So we use these NHS resources. Another complaint from patients was that we send patients to a lot of different websites, and they'd like everything in one place. So the app is a portal which lets people find everything that they need to find, really. So we've done a lot around cancer. We've worked with a cancer consultant in Hywel Dda, and they've built a really good resource for us for cancer patients. We've partnered with Macmillan Cancer Support. There's also an online community there for cancer patients, so they can join that online community. But it's not only cancer that there's all sorts of topics there, and patients can look and use our signs. Again, this does size better on a phone, but we use an NHS health resource here. So if I'm looking for migraine, we can click on that, and we can get all information then about the migraine, but that does size better on a mobile, on a smart device. But patients can search, and there's lots of information on there. But obviously, you've got local priorities as well, not just national. So if you want to build a local pathway, you can add health resources in yourself. Again, it's very easy to do that. So I know we've got where I am, we've got a self-referral to physiotherapy services. So I would build that for my surgery, my cluster. So again, you can add the health resource there. These are the ones which we build for you, which are national. But if you've got any localized resources, you can add your own resources then. So you would put the self-referral to physio, self-referral to podiatry, whatever it may be. So that's health resources. Then we go on to your surgery. So this is information about your surgery. Now, the patients can call you. If you do allow patients to email you, then you can add an email address. I will add one very quickly. Okay, so we'll save that. So again, if I go back into the app and refresh it now, we can see that now allows patients to email you as well. So they can call you and email you. But if you don't want patients to email you, just take your email address out, leave it blank, save. And if we get back into the app and refresh it, and go to your surgery, then you can see that the email functionality has been deleted. The patients can see when you're open. So the surgery opens again 8 a.m. tomorrow, and again that's controlled from your surgery app. So if I wanted to change this to if you open on a Saturday morning, 0800 till 12, then we can save that, and again that will update the app instantly. We can just update there and go to there, and you can see that the opening times on Saturday, it's open 8 until 12. So it's really easy to update the app's contents. If you do have branch surgeries, you can put branch surgeries in. Again, that's controlled from your dashboard there. You just add a branch surgery, and patients can see the address, telephone number, and the email address if you do have one. Again, there are practice teams here. Patients fed back to us when we did our research that they wanted to know what patients' teams were in surgery and what the area responsibilities were. So if you do have pharmacists or if you have paramedics or people that you can put the teams in, and then you can give a photo of the person and a brief biography, the qualifications, what their speciality is, and you can put unlimited teams in. Again, that's controlled from your app's dashboard, and again, it's really easy to add somebody in. You just add you just edit the team and add a team member in, put the details in, a phone, name, qualifications, and brief bio, and then save it, and that will appear in your app then. Out of hours, again, some feedback from patients that they didn't like the fact that they had to phone the surgery and then get redirected to go to out of hours. So we've put information for their out of hours. Again, you can control this from your app's dashboard. Out of hours will be different for each locality, but you can update the dashboard there, and then that tells patients what to do. Obviously, in a 999, they can if they phone, add this button or press this button, it allows them to phone 999. If you do have MIUs, you can put that information in, and again, it lets patients phone the NHS 111 service and again visit the 111 website. So it links directly in the app. If you do offer private services such as certificates or medical examinations, again, there is a template for that you can complete. Again, that's in the dashboard here. It's very easy to fill out. We've put everything in for you. We've left the price range blank because I know practices you do sometimes give different prices for different services, so you can fill that in. Again, it's really easy to fill it in. So if I'm in my practice now, where our HGV medical is £110, so I would just put 110 and click on save, and then that would appear in the app there, and that's as easy as it is. Okay, next in the app, on the practice surgery page, you can put other stuff in. Again, there's a cluster page, there's a home visits, there's a link to your website, there's a link to all your social media. If you do have social media, patients can link directly to that, and it helps them to follow you more. But the people who are using the app at the moment, the surgeries, they've said that they don't really feel that they need social media anymore because everything's done through the app for them. The next page is the what's on section. So again, feedback from patients, they wanted to know exactly what was going on in the surgery and when. So we've built a calendar that you can populate to tell patients what's going on, and they can toggle at the top here for categories. So if we're looking for a flu clinic, we can see that it's a flu clinic at Court Road Surgery. This is one of our test surgeries on today, the 30th of January, and that's on all day. There's another flu clinic at a different surgery on the 18th of January. So, and then you can put categories in, and coronavirus clinic, befriending services, online education services. If you are linking in with the third sector or social prescribers, care navigators, link workers, they can all contribute this information. So it's not all on a practice manager's door to populate the app. We give limited access to third sector people and social prescribers, so they can also populate the what's on calendar. And then if you go back to the main surgery page, when we were building the app, the sort of the focus group did have some cluster leads in there, GPs and practice managers, and they wanted, a lot of clusters. Some of you have websites, but a lot of you don't, and websites can become expensive. And so we've built a cluster page within the app, so you can tell patients all about what clusters are. So when patients do access this area, they can read all about what a cluster is. We have produced a short animation video for patients to tell patients what clusters are all about, and then we've got a news section as well so you can tell patients about news about the cluster. any projects you're doing at the moment, so any community projects you've got ongoing, you can communicate those projects to the cluster. We've got tackling loneliness and social isolation through connected communities. Anything you've got going on in the cluster, you can communicate that to patients here, and anything you're trying to achieve to get patients involved, if you'd like, or to inform them. Any upcoming projects or what you're working on the next few months, you can also put this here. We've also got a social prescribing hub, but we are working with social prescribers and link workers both in Wales and England, and maybe it suggests that the social prescribing isn't the correct title here because patients may not recognise what social prescribing is. So we're working on a new title with our social prescribers on that, but it is essentially what it says in the tin. You know, patients can come here and see what the additional stuff that you are offering as clusters in your local communities. So you know, help with benefits, whatever it may be that you're offering, that's where this section goes. So that's the app essentially. If we go back into the dashboard, these are the 4 pages on the 4 sections on the left-hand side here are pages, news, items, what's on, and health resources. And the 5 sections here then are to manage the app and to see what's going on. So you can see how many app users you do have. This is our test surgery, so we have 7 active test patients here. Registrations is whether all the registrations for My Health Online will come through. You get an email when a new patient registers for My Health Online, and then you can download all the files here and go through the normal registration process you would when you're onboarding a patient. Push notifications. This is a big feature in the app. So this is a feature that lets you communicate to patients instantly, basically. So if you wanted to send a notification to your practice or your cluster population, just click on send. On the left-hand side here are notifications that we've built for you as requested by practice managers. And on the right-hand side here are notifications that you've built yourself for your own practice, which you can use again and again. And you can do that in the setup. You can set up your own notifications. It's very easy. Just click on setup, add new, click a title and click the content save, and then that's saved then in your directory on the right-hand side here. But if you want to use one, this is one we built, COVID-19 vaccination update. So an update came out from Public Health Wales the other day about the vaccine and its rollout. So if you wanted to use that, you can just click on use. It populates the app then. You can also link it to a page. So we've built pages for practices. So we've built a coronavirus update page. So we can send that now and click on send, and that goes to every patient in your practice who currently has the app downloaded. If the app is closed on their desk, they'll get a notification as they would with any other app. But if you refresh the app now, if you see here at the top right-hand corner, there's a bell. If we click on that, then that notification has gone through to every patient in your practice instantly, and that's the COVID-19 vaccine information. We can see, and they can click on read more, and then that takes them to the page then, which we've built with Public Health Wales about the vaccine, eligibility for the vaccine. That goes to the PHW page website. It tells patients all about when the vaccine is. There's information there for patients. There's a COVID symptom checker, and there's also, it tells them when, how and when to book up an appointment, and how to get a letter from not to phone the GP, and how to get a letter from YouGov to say that they are symptomatic and need to stay home. So that's notifications, and you can go into history, and there's an audit trail there to see, tonight now at 7:33, 7:32, we sent the COVID-19 vaccine out, and it's been read by 3 of the 7 devices so far. So you get live updates as to how many patients have read the notifications you've sent out. If you wanted to send just an off-the-cuff one, very quickly, you don't have to. Sorry, my page is frozen at the moment. Sorry, my internet must be slow here. Can you bear with me a second? Okay, we'll go back into the app for that. So you don't have to. Okay, I'll try and refresh. Okay, here we go. So notifications, you don't have to select these. You can click on. You can just send a very quick notification. This is something that's supposed to happen in my practice on a Monday morning, but our phone lines are down, so you can tell the patients, and you can type in whatever you want then to tell the patient whatever instructions, and that's as simple as that. You can send a quick notification out. Again, that's if I refresh the app, that's now gone out, and it says our phone lines are down. So it's really quick way of communicating with your patients, whatever you want to, basically on a practice-wide basis or as a cluster basis. I mentioned that we do have tiered login for practice managers. cluster managers or third sector providers. So this is the practice manager view. Again, before I leave this, there are page views. So practice managers wanted us to be able to have live app usage statistics. So you can come here and you can see exactly what the patients are doing within the app. So we can see here that the triage for eConsult has been clicked 152 times this month, symptom checker out of hours, and you can see then you can have big data really, and you can make informed decisions really then to see what patients are wanting to know about. If you can see that there's a lot of clicks, you can make sure that the resources there have the correct information and it's up to date. So that's page views. We do have, as I said, we do offer tiered login. So I log in now as a cluster lead, and sorry, that's the wrong one. As cluster leads, the cluster lead can also populate the apps. They can populate the apps cluster page, and you can also run surveys in the app. So if you do run surveys on a practice basis or a cluster-wide basis, we can run the digital surveys for you. So we build a digital form, we populate it here, and then again we can send out a notification to either the practice population or the cluster population really. And I don't know, we can write in patient survey. Please complete. Grammarly is built in for you, so it will autocorrect, and then you can link then to a cluster survey. So if we send that out and go back into the app, we can see now that the notification has come through, but this time from a different, this has come through from a cluster, so it's a different logo. So it helps patients differentiate between a practice notification and a cluster notification, and then they can click on the survey and fill it in. It takes them to a survey page then. And then once the patient's done it, we collect all the information for you and put it into a report, and you can have it either on a patient individual report or a group report then. Again, if you log in as a cluster lead, you can also add to social prescribing. You can send notifications cluster-wide. You can also see page views and for the whole cluster. So not only an individual practice, you can see what's going on across the cluster. So if you are doing cluster work and you're sending out and third sector partners or social prescribers are sending out information to patients, you can see here live data as to what the patient interactions are. Then you can narrow that down then to individual practices in your cluster. But you can get a big picture of what's going on across your cluster patch. And also we offer tiered login for social prescribers, care navigators, and third sector partners, but they have limited access, so they can only add to the What's On calendar and the social prescribing. So this is particularly helpful for third sector people who want to add maybe voluntary sector information in and a voluntary sector directory of services. They can add this in here, and it saves the practice manager from having to populate everything in the app really. If I log back in as a practice manager, again you can see that from the practice manager's dashboard, again we can run the patient surveys from here as well. So you can run surveys on a practice basis and on a cluster basis as well. So that's the brief overview of the app. So I will now stop sharing my screen. If you have any questions at all, ask away. There is a slight delay on the stream, so I know I'll wait a few minutes to see if you do have any questions. No questions? Okay, that concludes the presentation. If you would like to know more, if you want to see this demonstration again, it will be available on our website. If you want to get in touch or want to find out more information about the app, then please do get in touch. Our website is www.mysurgeryApp.co.uk. You can email me. My name's Stefan, just as a reminder. I'm more than happy to help. Yeah, and give us a ring or email, and we'll be more than happy to help you. Have a nice evening. Thank you.